So it's recorded. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday night team call. We do this every Wednesday for all the new people that are on, because I know that there are some new faces that are just joining now. So usually the first Wednesday of every month, we kind of do a little bit of a download from the month we just had, and we share some wins, welcome our two team members, and wrap up with kind of what to focus on in the month ahead. So first off, I want to congratulate everybody. We had a really good month coming out of March. A little bit of a slower year than usual, but that's okay. It was kind of like right across Canada, just the momentum was just starting to build. So just to give you an update, we had in Canada 18 new team members, yay. We had over 300 orders. And out of those orders, 65 of them were the health study orders. And as you guys know, we have a goal of 1,000 new families this year to really go after. We're at 65. We're really happy with that since you guys are getting used to it and getting back into the momentum. And of course, we have a contest around that. So if we hit 1,000 orders this year of the health study, we are going to be donating $2,000 to 5 families in need over the holidays. So we're really excited that we have this kind of Sweeter Together 1,000 mission that we're really working towards. So keep up the great work. There were winners this past month. We ended up looking at the top 3 that got the most health study orders. So Ilona, who's on tonight, she wins the $100, so congratulations. She had 7 health study orders. That's huge. Susan came in with 5, and then there was a tie for 6 people. 6 people on our team ended up having 3 orders, and we had to do a draw, and Tara Stewart won from Kelowna, and she's on Ilona's team. So congratulations, just really happy about that. So I want to do a big shout out to Ilona. She's actually going to do a really quick training here with us tonight, and then I think she has to scoot off with kiddos to soccer. But thanks for taking this time, because I know you are busy girl. I want to just get Ilona to share. So Ilona is a senior sales coordinator. She's a former franchise owner of a business, and she'll tell you a little bit about that really quickly. But she's doing this business. And, she's been doing this for a while now, and she was the one that got the most orders in the month of March. She got 16 new orders, and 7 of them were children's health study orders. And for some of you that have been around for a while, we get excited that we get 1 order, never mind 16. So Ilona's just going to jump on and talk to us a little bit about what was her secret sauce that she used in the month of March to get her 16 orders.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. Like Nicole said, I have 10 minutes, max 15, so I won't take too much of your time. And I feel kind of humbled being like, yay, you're the winner, and come talk. And I'm not on here to like brag or look what I did, but my business has been pretty stagnant. I've been stable. I've been like up, down, I think like everybody's. And I think I could talk probably for an hour about this. So I'll go real quick. But the things that I changed was doing 10 gratitude things every day. And that was really hard for me in the beginning, but every day I sit down and I find it at the end of the day is the best, because I've had a whole day to reflect back on. And this girl that I met said, if you do that every day for 30 days, I promise your life will change. And I was like, you're full of it. What is she talking about? But I legit did that every day. And I also started to not worry about the outcome. I know we hear that a lot, for people who have been around, is don't worry about the outcome. Just keep sharing. Don't think, if I share with this person and then they know so many people because they're a nutritionist and, and then it's going to get big and big and big and you start kind of dreaming. Do that, but don't be attached to it. Just be like, I'm going to share it. Whether they go with it or not, none of my business, right? Just keep sharing. So I kind of really excelled at this, I think, because we had that challenge, not gonna lie. And another reason is my husband told me that I should not go to conference because money reasons. And he said, I think it'd be really good for you if you challenge yourself to go and come up with the money yourself. You guys, that was huge for me. And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this. I can do this. I know I can do it. And I think because I had this goal, so we talk about like, what is your why? What drives you? And that really drove me. And I said, okay, babe, I'm going to pay for it. And when I said that, I thought, how the heck am I going to pay for conference? Like, how is this going to happen? And he probably was like, whatever, she's probably not gonna be able to go. But I did it. And my paycheck went up like $500 last month. So I thought, if I can do that every month, how awesome is that? And of course, that'll pay for way more than the conference. But I think because I set something for me to do that really meant something to me, because I did not want to miss seeing all of you guys. There was no way I was not going to be there. So I just did what you guys all do. I reached out, I got to work, but I was more diligent of writing down my conversations in Teams. I use my notes, and word for word, I write in, had a chat with Jen today. She's a stay-at-home mom, has 3 kids, struggles with IBS, followed up, sent her. Like, I write everything in there, and I legit do the follow-ups. And I also have been reaching out 5 people every day, adding 5 new people every day since January. So, when we start something and we think, okay, I'll do 5 every single day, but then you kind of fell off and you're like, it didn't work in January, so I'm not doing it. Well, I consistently did that, and I'm still doing it. And those are the people that kind of come back around, and it takes time. So kind of what I'm saying is just be real diligent with doing it and set a goal. And I'm not doing anything different or have some kind of secret sauce that I was doing. I do the same as you guys. I share from the heart. And I think because I'm not attaching anymore, it's just happening. And it was really cool. And I really think it's that journaling of just being grateful. And when I think about being grateful is saying, like, I'm so grateful that today I had a 3-way connection call with Nicole, and the girl that we chatted with, how much joy this conversation brought to her, and how I'm so excited for her, even if it's just this call, to get into her life and get to know her more. It's not, I'm so grateful Nicole and I had a call and she's going to join my team and I'm going to kill it, right? I kind of take myself out of it, and I think, how is this going to benefit that person? And so when I realized that it's not about me, it's not about me getting too cute, it's not about, me talking to Shannon, who's on my team, or Tara, like, come on, you guys have to do this. I just realized they have to want it for themselves, just like we all want it for ourselves. So I have to just kind of remove myself and just see for that person what they're looking for. And I know it sounds simple, but I've never done that. I was always like, oh, if I do this, then that'll get me here and get me there. And it sounds kind of selfish, but I've just removed myself and just focused on people and what they're looking for. So I don't know if that's helpful, but that's what I've been doing.
That's awesome. Thank you. Sometimes we just really need to hear what it is. And I think just your magic is the consistency and the gratitude. And I love the fact that you're reaching out and you're wanting to do 3-ways with me still, even though I know you can do them, you're still doing and taking advantage of it. Can you make one last point? I sent you a video today in the text after. That was just under 10 minutes that I did last night with Karen. You watched it. Tell everybody what it did for you.
I love that video. If you guys haven't seen it, Nicole, you have to post it if you haven't yet. It is amazing. And I think having that video, if you haven't seen it, it's literally 10 minutes, a real quick version of kind of like the Freedom Revolution or the calls that we do, but just in a short, form. And I thought it was genius because, we invite to the calls, we invite to watch a video, we do all these things, but sometimes people just want to hear you. And so when Nicole sent that over, I thought, this is awesome. I got to meet Kelly. I got to hear Nicole's story real quick and just about the product. And I think that's really from the heart and not sending somebody else's video, right? Even though the videos are really good, but I find it was really personable. And, that person that I'm talking to will hear my story as well as Nicole's story and talk about the products and stuff. So I think we all need to do it. And I haven't responded yet, but I'm doing one with Nicole this week. And I'm going to send them out like crazy when people want more information.
Yeah, that's amazing. So it's so funny because she's like, I've been hearing about them, but I haven't really done anything about them, really didn't understand what you were doing or wanting me to do. So we get busy, right? So it was so funny. Here's a senior sales coordinator that was like, yeah, whatever. And then she watched it and she's like, oh, I get this. And it's so great because Karen, the lady I did it with, and I don't know if she's on here, I'll give her a big shout out. I don't even think she's on the product yet, or maybe she's just started. So even though, because this is a big one, a lot of people that, when I'm encouraging them to do one, they're like, well, I don't have a product story. Well, she doesn't have a product story either, but the video was amazing. She's just like, I can't wait to share this with you guys. I can't wait to get this in my body. I can't wait to, And so it didn't change the story. It didn't change the video. It's like she put her name behind it. So if you're new and like, oh my gosh, you don't have much of a story, that's okay. People buy your excitement and your passion and they feel your energy. So just to consider that. If you don't have your launch video, here is your homework. Go up to your upline and do a launch video. Get it under 10 minutes. I know some of you, we've done launch videos and they go over 20 minutes. It's too long. 10 minutes is perfect. So if you got to redo it with me, book a time, we'll redo it. Okay, Susan Baker, thanks Alona for sharing. Love you. We'll see you next week in Cali. Susan Baker's on. Susan Baker came in second with 5 CHS orders. And again, a big shout out. She's a qualified national marketing director here on our team. She was my science teacher in school way back. I'm starting to really age myself. Hey, Susan?
Yep.
And you.
I know.
But Susan, I just wanted her to kind of do a shout out as well. Again, established, distributor. And sometimes when we get established, we get comfortable and maybe not really go out to the trenches and get orders and do what it takes to keep our customer numbers stable. So Susan, I know that you're competitive and you heard that Ilona was on track for 7 and you just like went to work and, snuck in there at number 2. How'd you do it?
Yeah, Ilona, I was messaging Nicole. I'm like, what's the highest number? What do I have to beat? And it's actually funny because that's not typically part of my personality, but something was driving me this March. And I think part of it is when you get to the upper leadership levels too, you're busy incentivizing your teams. But here was an opportunity for me to play. So that was kind of fun. Hi, everybody. And one of the things I really kind of captured was the spring energy. So I like to look at kind of times of year, and I was really feeling like spring was going to be an awesome time for people to get on board with, transformation, rejuvenation. So, but I kind of planned in advance, I have to admit. So most months I'm kind of like, oh yeah, here we go again. But at the beginning of March, I got my calendar out and sorry. I got my calendar out and I looked at, okay, when does our April 1st program start? And so backtrack from there. I want to do an information session, like a webinar, right? On the program. So when do I have to book that? Okay, so a week before that, I need to start promoting it. And so I guess I kind of took it a little bit more seriously. So I literally got, I got my calendar out, I flipped through the dates, and I planned for those 2 weeks before April 1st. But the other thing, just kind of like what Ilona said, what I did was every morning I do a journal and I write down, goals and whatever. And I can actually flip back to 2 weeks ago. I literally wrote in 10 new people will be interested in the shred. That's what I'm calling it. So 10 new people will be interested and I will get 6 CHS orders. Didn't know Ilona was going to hit 7 though. Damn it. Right? Next time I got to aim high. And I had about 10 people interested in the shred. 7 people ordered. 7 people actually came through and 5 of those were CHS. So for me this month, I don't know, was it luck? Was it the spring energy? Or was it the little bit extra planning and work that I did just so that I knew what my own plan was? That's what worked for me.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Susan, for sharing. I really appreciate that. So what I want to do next is just have a really a big conversation around maybe some confusion on our Sweet Body program. Messages have been coming back and forth. Please explain it again. It's 10 days, it's 20 days, it's 2 10-day blocks, there's 5-day pause. Oh my gosh, how do I sell it? How do I share it? All of that stuff. So I'm just going to share what I've been sharing with everybody just to help with the confusion. So just wanted to step back a sec and take a deep breath because it's really simple, guys. If you go back to understanding sales and marketing 101, it's about creating curiosity out in the world of marketing. And so we were just feeling like the Shred 10 has been blown up to death. It's been used for many, many years. And as a team, we wanted something fresh. We wanted something fresh on social media. We learned this from Katie Wren, who's a multimillionaire out of the UK, now lives in Florida. We follow her. Luke Wren, who came up in January, talked about you always have to be kind of like reinventing yourself a little bit out in the world of, I'm going to say, social media. And so we took that to heart, and and thanks to Sarah, I'm going to say Mokhtar Naylor. She's our Gen Y that is so social media savvy, and we've learned a lot from her as well too. And so we took her learnings and some of the other big teams, and we realized we needed to brand ourselves. And as you guys know, we're like Team B, and we use the word sweet to do everything now, right? Sweeter together, your sweet body, just kind of a vibe that we have. And so when we created Your Sweet Body, we wanted it to be different than it's just 10 days. We know from experience as leaders that the longer the people stay on our rules, the better they're going to get the results. So when we started this program years ago, it was 30 days, then it went to 10 days. And we're trying to find a middle ground. And we came up with 20 days. So all of our marketing material that you see, then when we go out to the world, we're a 4-month program, and we support you 20 days in the month. Okay, so when somebody comes in and they're excited and they want to do this, you sell them a 4-month supply, and you ask them, this is where you guys have to get good at asking questions, that one-on-one consultation. What are your goals? What are you wanting to get? So if it's weight loss and somebody says they need to lose 40 pounds, guys, 10 or 20 days is not going to do it. They're going to need 4 full months. So the conversation has to be real. Could you commit doing to these rules for 4 months? But we're going to support you along the way. Does that make sense? The other thing too that I love about this is that there's 2 windows in the month to bring people on. So I'll give you an example. So we got a brand new rep out of Ottawa. We just did her launch video. We're doing her big online party, her Facebook Live tomorrow at 8:30. Well, she's already missing the first wave of our 20-day program. But guess what she's promoting? On April 16th, it'll be our second part of our 20-day shred. Perfect time to get started. We're going to be, diving in and supporting you. So I love the fact that we have 2 options in the month to bring people on board. Before, we only had, the 10 days, and if somebody came in those 10 days, they had to wait an entire 2 weeks to get the love and the support and the energy. Now they don't have to wait that long. So I guess my messages and the conversations that I have with somebody is, I want to know what their goals are. And listen, guys, somebody said, oh my gosh, 20 days just seems like too much. I'm like, that's where you have to have a flexible conversation. What are you willing, how many days are you willing to commit to? Our program is 20 days. We know you're going to get fabulous results. You just have to tap into what their goal is and make it, relatable. So if somebody only needs to, let's say, lose 5 pounds and get rid of a belly, a bloated belly and get into, like a wedding dress or whatever it is, they might be able to do that in 10 days and that's all they need. That's okay. So are you understanding kind of the verbiage? And I want to see, I forgot to mention my headphone covers as well. Okay, cool. I like that, Susan. So is there any questions or clarity that I can help you out with? You can put it in the comments or you can open it up. Are you guys comfortable as we move forward with this program? So we're still using the shred rules. We're still using the shred rules. Brandy's like, I get it. Awesome. Yeah, we're still doing the shred rules. We've added mindfulness and more fun, and we're going to talk a little bit more about those principles. But for the most part, it is the shred rule. We're using the shred video. We're using the shred guide, but we're supporting them in a 20-day a month. Okay, and we're doing this for you guys, right? We're doing this for you guys so that you can feed your people, and we're trying to show you a duplicatable system. We know that when you guys were doing it on your own, either people were getting bored, they weren't getting inspired, it was lonely, their groups were small. We're trying to bring all the energy of the NMDs for you guys so that you are comfortable and confident that you know who your shred coaches are. And that's why we've kind of moved away from the big shred movement and brought it in together, because I know you guys know who we are and you can trust us with your valuable prospects, okay? So what we're doing this month, just so you know, is we're having another contest. So we're still continuing the contest. So now we're started April 1st. We're looking for 3 winners for the health study program. So wonder who's going to win the cash. So that's fun. But the other thing that we've added is we want a winner of the person that tags the most people in Design Your Sweet Life page. So as you know, we have a goal this year to hit 10,000 new members in our Design Your Sweet Life, okay? And we want you to get into the habit when you're meeting a customer or a prospect that you put them in the group and you tag them. Melissa Hyde has a pinned post in that. It's called Welcome to Sweet Tribe Community. You tag. So every time you're tagging a person and it gets highlighted, when it gets highlighted, that person has accepted your invitation. We are counting them. And the winner of the most people that get tagged is going to win $25. And lots of recognitions for getting your people in there. And it's going to serve you well because a great example is I've got a bunch of prospects in there, and I had 2 prospects reach out to me this week wanting to do the Sweet Body program from prospects that I forgot about. So that's the type of excitement and momentum that we want to do for you. We're going to be serving that page. As you guys know, we have a schedule now on that page, and then the Sweet Body program is being run separately under the events. So any comments or questions on that? Very good. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to give you about 4 minutes, my dear. I know we don't have a lot of time, and then we're going to end it with Melissa talking about the Calgary conference, but could you just give a little bit of inspiration on your success on social media, because that's where you're building your business right now?
Yes, of course I can.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for letting me just share briefly here. So yeah, like Alona said, that really resonated with me, what she said. Even though something's not working that month, like we can't give up on it. And that's kind of what I've been doing since September. I've really been trying to focus on my social media on Instagram mostly. And, it was frustrating because you do put a lot of effort into creating fun stories and, making sure that your Instagram page, has a look and feel and creating a sense of community and adding value. But I'm really starting to reap the benefits and using the images that we've created have been a really amazing tool. I actually did a really fun story today. You guys can go on my Instagram and check it out. I've been using all of our images that Karen has created for us, and I'm using a really fun, simple, free app called Unfold. And I'm seeing a lot of people, Danielle Hatton, who is the creator, founder of Limitless Girls, who is on Katie Wren's team. A lot of other network marketing girls are using it. It's got a really, really fun kind of image. It looks like the page is being torn and you can write text in it. I'm seeing it used a lot, and it's very user-friendly, and I've gotten a lot of responses just from my story today. So social media is a really fun way to grow our business, but it does take effort and it does take consistency. You are going to have bad days and you're like, oh, I just don't want to post, but your audience is looking. And I have had 2 distributors sign up under me from the States, which is really exciting. So growing our business, internationally. And, one of the girls that has helped me do this, she worked, this is her job, right? And she said, if you're wanting to take your business to the next level, being active on social media is really how it's going to happen. So I am here all the time to answer any questions on, how to make your Instagram or Facebook, because they are different platforms. What I post on Facebook is completely different than what I post on Instagram. So if you're wanting a little bit more detail, I know that Ilona and I are going to have a glass of wine and talk about social media in California, but I'm here to answer any questions, in the meantime, for anyone who has any questions on how to build social media on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, and last but not least is Melissa Hyde. She is going to share the excitement of Calgary conference and how to get ready and prepare for it. So Melissa?
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So I only have one question. Who's going? to Calgary. Everybody, open up your video so we can see everybody's hands. I want to see who's going. Wave, look at all the hands. Look at, you're going to have the biggest team in history there. Love it. So pumped. As I'm sure you all know, unless you are new, this is Canada's very first conference. You guys, we have been begging Canadian head office for years to have our own conference because the US is amazing. There is absolutely nothing like it. You absolutely need to go there. But this is Canadian and we do things a little differently, right? So this is going to be so great, filled with incredible speakers. And the dates are, if you do not know, open your books right now. It is October 3rd, which is a Thursday, till Saturday the 5th. Extend it. Come early. You're in Calgary. Take a trip up to Banff. Stay a little longer, do some sightseeing afterwards, make it a family trip, make it a girls' weekend with your team. This is going to be so much fun. And you know what else? Canadian dollar, guys. It is going to be so cheap compared to all of the other US conferences, right? Everything is in Canadian. It's easy to get there. Start saving your points if you need to. Check into Flair Air so you can book ahead of time and get super cheap flights. The other thing, the hotel that is has been arranged by head office for us is the Marriott, and they have an incredible rate of $179 per night for up to 3 days before conference starts and 3 days after. If you just call in to book at that time, I have heard as high as $465, I think it is. So awesome rates. So super cheap, and we all love each other. So we usually squeeze 4, 5 people in a room sometimes. I know that's what we're doing this time in California. There's 5 of us, and that makes it so affordable, right? The hotels, you need to book immediately. They don't charge your credit card. Book it right now. You can always cancel later if you have to, which obviously I hope you don't, but just for peace of mind, book, because not only is our conference going on, there are other conferences. So you need to get your hotel room locked and loaded, okay? And then, like I said, you need to change it later on, so be it, but book it so you can have that. And then getting ready for conference, honestly, guys, it is so affordable to go to conference. You just got to get there. That's your biggest expense. You can win your free conference ticket if you haven't already fast tracked to VF. So for new people, you fast track to VF, you get a new free conference ticket. The conference tickets, I believe, are even going to be less expensive than the US ones. And bring, when you get there or with you, because we're traveling Canada, you can bring all kinds of snacks and stuff with you. So it is going to be super affordable, and just get excited for one of the best weekends of your life. If you have never been to conference, there is nothing more, exciting than being in a room of thousands of like-minded people. Everybody gets it. You're not trying to convince everybody. Everybody's like drinking the Kool-Aid. Everybody gets it, right? It's so much fun to be around the huge Juice Plus family. And because our upline is the awesome Dr. Mitra Ray, she is going to be doing some special training for us there as well on Friday morning, I believe it is. Is that right, Nicole? Friday or Thursday? Friday morning. So we're just in the process of getting that organized. So it is going to be absolutely incredible. As I say, when we go to the US conference, it's Mitra's training that she arranges that is usually blows the rest of the conference out of the water. So we are so excited that she's coming to join us, and she's going to run that there. So you have to be there. Absolutely. And I'll say this, I say it every time before conferences, you can't afford not to be there. Conference moves your business ahead easily 6 months. And not everyone that attends conference is making 6 figures, of course, but anyone who is making 6 figures is there because they just know the value, right? That's where you go and you refuel and you hear new stories. And then, of course, there's always updates, more research, possibly new products. You never know. All kinds of amazing stuff, tons of fun. And then networking, right? With people literally all over the world. The Aussies often come, people from Europe, all over the States, of course. So it's so great to get connected to people all over because this business is global. And as Sarah just said, she's just recently signed up 2 reps from the States. Well, she's not obviously not driving or flying down there to do any training. We can do it online, but how nice for her to lock arms with a rep that's in the same state as her new reps. And so that rep can go and attend live events, right? And feel part of our community down there. So it's great to meet people. So you absolutely have to be there. You also have so much time to plan a little budget if need be to afford to go there, or like Alona, just blow it out of the water with orders to pay for your trip to get there. So yep, you've got to be there, or you're going to have the worst FOMO you've ever experienced. Just saying.
Awesome. Thanks, Melissa. So Melissa, if you could do me a big favor and just post the link in Team B right now. A few people have been asking about the link, just where to go. Just post it in Team B. That would be great. Thank you. I'm just going to close off by letting you know what the month of April holds. As you guys know, we do our events on Team B. All of our events are there, but I'm just going to highlight. So this Friday, Melissa Leonard is putting on a fun chair dancing Friday night in Newmarket, just a fun night out with friends and prospects. I think that's a great opportunity if you're in the Newmarket area to come play. I know a few of you are going on the call tonight. 18th is Design Your Sweet Life event at Jen Brennan's house. So this is an opportunity for you guys to bring people to Jen's house. She's got a beautiful basement. She's going to have wine and food, and it's really just like stories and learning about the product and the business. And then on the 25th, for those that love Prevention Pluses and love to learn, we have our famous Sean Nisbet, who is a qualified national marketing on our team. She's an amazing speaker. She's actually one of my favorite speakers. I always learn something from Sean. We typically sell out this event. We get Sean to speak once, maybe at least once a year, but usually it is a sold out event. People love Sean. I know that he's famous in Aurora and Newmarket. She's been in nutrition and Nordic pole walking for 20 plus years, fitness for 30 years. So if you haven't got your ticket for Sean Nisbet and you want to make sure that you get there with your guests, you have to buy a ticket. And then as I close off for April, your focus is focusing on health study orders, because we've got that goal of 1,000. Focusing on putting your prospects and customers in Design Your Sweet Life, and seeing if you can be the winner at tagging the most people. And just enjoy the wave of our energy. It's awesome. It's exciting. We will continue to have this call next week, despite the fact that a lot of us will be down in California. Jen Brennan will be managing everything next week. Unfortunately, our famous Jen could not come down to conference with us because she couldn't find any babysitting. Wah, poo. But that's sometimes a price you have to pay. So she's holding the fort down for us next week. We want to say thank you, Jen, for that. We appreciate you.
Hey, I know I'm not as famous as Sean, but I'm doing a talk in Linden.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
I missed you.
Love you too.
I don't even have you in my calendar. When are you doing the talk?
That's because you're going drinking at Jen's. The same night as Jen's. That's why she's hosting this week.
You are in there. You're in Penn. Yeah, the 18th in Lindsay. She's doing from hot dogs to hemp seeds. Her wiener talk. It's so funny. Awesome. So on that note, everyone, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're a little bit over time. As you guys know, at 9 o'clock every Wednesday night, we do have our overview call. So if you've never been on it before, jump off of this call, get on the overview call. We have our famous NMD, Sarah Beardmore, who is running the call tonight, and you'll get to see her style and her passion and hear a little bit more about her story. Make sure it's not this number, it's a different number, and those details on our event page on Team B. Okay, everyone, thanks so much, guys. Oh, yes, and the April 6th online event. Thanks, Beck. Okay, guys, have a good night. Thanks.